Welcome to video 1 from Unit 1, Lesson 2. Our learning target is to write and solve an equation and interpret the solution. So to do this, we're going to look at a few word problems. So our first problem says, a gardener is planting a rectangular garden area in a community garden. His garden will be next to an existing 12-foot fence. The gardener has a total of 44 feet of fencing to build the other 3 sides. How long will the garden be if the width is 12 feet? Okay, so we sketch a picture. So we draw a rectangle. We know the width is 12 feet. And then we also know that one side already has a fence. Okay, so this side already has the fence. So I know that x plus 12 plus x has to total 44 feet. When we're talking about perimeter or fencing going around the outside of something, we are talking about adding all those sides together. Okay, so I set up my equation. X plus 12 plus x equals 44. Okay, I have like terms to combine. They're on the same side. So I keep the operation the same. I do x plus x and get 2x. I bring down my 12. Now I'm solving. So I do the opposite operation. I will subtract 12. Bring down what's left. 44 minus 12 would be 32. Divide by 2. And x equals 16. Now let's answer the question. So the question says, how long will the garden be if the width is 12 feet? Okay. Well, that means x is 16, so our answer would be 16 feet. Okay, in this question, Jill is taking her little sister to a carnival. It costs her little sister $5 to get in the carnival and 25 cents to play games. How many games will Jill's little sister be able to play if she has $17? Okay, so here I want to define our variable. I think that will help us set up the equation since there's not really a picture we're going to draw here. So first of all, the variable comes from the question. The question says, how many games will Jill's little sister be able to play if she has $17? So the question is, how many games? So that's what I want x to be. X equals number of games. Okay. So it cost her little sister $5 to get in the carnival. All right, that's a one-time cost, so that does not have a variable with it. And 25 cents to play games. So since you're playing 25 cents per game, you have to put the x with the 25 cents. And then I know she has a total of $17. So totals go after the equal sign. Okay, then I want to solve from here. So I need to subtract 5 from both sides. And divide by 0.25. That gives me 48. So Jill's sister can play 48 games. Okay, we're going to look at one more word problem. You can buy used skates from your friend for $40 or you can rent some. Either way, you must rent safety equipment. How many hours must you skate for the cost of renting and buying skates to be the same? Okay, again, let's start off with identifying that variable. Again, and that's from our last sentence from the question in the sentence. So the question is how many hours? So therefore, x should be number of hours. I want the cost of renting and buying to be the same. So let's first look at, okay, renting skates. It's $3.50 per hour, so that's 350x because it changes per hour. And you have to also rent safety equipment. No matter what, you have to rent safety equipment. So if you're renting skates, it's 350x plus $1.50. It's per hour as well, so this also has an x. And that equals my cost. My other option is just buying skates. So I can buy used skates for $40, and that's not $40 per hour, that's a one-time cost, so it does not have a variable. But I have to rent that safety equipment, which again is $1.50x. And that equals my cost. Now the trick here is when I want the renting and buying to be the same, I want the costs to be the same. So what I have to do is set the renting skates equal to the buying skates. So that's going to give me 350x plus $1.50x equals 40 plus $1.50x. Okay. So on the left side of my equal sign, I have some like terms to combine. Those both have x's. So 350x plus $1.50x would be 5x. Okay, I'm going to subtract $1.50x from both sides. So that gives me 350 or 3.5x equals 40. Divide by 3.5. And we get kind of a long decimal. Since we're dealing with money, we'll round it to 2 decimal places. So in the calculator, it shows up as 11.428. So we use that 8 to move up that 2 to a 3. So 11.43. Actually, we're talking about hours, so it doesn't necessarily matter where you round. This is fine. So between 11 and 12 hours, with the cost would be the same. So let's answer our question. Okay, you're now ready to do Unit 1, Assignment 3.